that we are doing. This is the fifth week we're doing this studio session, and I hope you guys are doing very well. I hope you guys are getting a lot of value, a lot of great things from these sessions. Sorry, it got a little late today. I was somewhere, a few things happened, but now I'm back. And today we're talking about 5 step process to land clients as a fresher. A lot of you have asked this question to me. I think I ask this question at least once every day in my DMs or somewhere, I don't know. And I thought, let's just talk about it. By the way, guys, before I do that, I just wanted to very quickly announce that I am hosting a live masterclass, which is free of cost, next Sunday, 3 p.m., 22nd of June, 3 p.m. You can register that on the link in my bio. All right, go to the link in my bio and go and register for that. It's specifically for business owners who are struggling with client dealing, who are struggling with conversions and a lot of things. So it's going to be like 3 hours power packed session just on building a business and becoming profitable. Okay. All right. So 5 step process to land clients as a fresher. Now, most people think that landing clients has a lot to do with making conversations, being good at communication, being good at able to socialize, and all of that. Yes, partially that is true. Partially, absolutely that is true, but it is not 100% true. The first thing that we need when we want to get clients as a new person in the market is a portfolio. Either it's a client portfolio or it's a hypothetical portfolio. A client portfolio is where you have actually done real time projects, and in that case, in case of real time projects, you have actually something tangible to show. If you haven't done any projects yet, then you show a hypothetical portfolio which will consist of a lot of your 3D visualizations, reference images, and those kind of things. Then again, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be pitching yourself as on your design skills, right? So since we are in a field which is very visual, we are in a field which, it's, we're not doctors. It's not like we're just going to give them a medicine and then send them off. It's not an OPD, right? We are going to be working with them for somewhere between 3 months to 13 months or 3 years, in fact. In that case, the best way to go about this is to hook them visually. Talk them about your design skills, talk them about your execution skills, talk to them about your management skills. That is where the portfolio actually comes in. Now, the second thing to do when it comes to the networking part of things, right? I don't know how to network, I'm new in the market, or who should I socialize with, blah 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 blah. Ideally, there are a lot of different kinds of social circles that you need to tap into as a business owner. Number one being, of course, your own social circle. You have friends from college, friends from school, friends from gym, friends for tuition. Just tap on that circle first and just meet with them. Meet with them for a cup of coffee, no strings attached whatsoever. बस इतनी सी बात. Meet them for a cup of coffee, no strings attached, and just have a conversation with them. Talk about what exactly you're doing right now, what's up with your life right now, and how are they doing. Ask them how are they doing. If you can help them in particular about something, go ahead, help them with that. And just put your word out there ki, hey, you know what, I'm doing this. If you think you know somebody who's going to need me, please go ahead and share my number, and I would love to help them out. That's it. Don't need to plead key, can you please help me get work? No, don't do that. Nobody likes a person like that. Okay. So that is your social circle. Then you create your work circle. Your work circle is basically people you find by joining certain, um what do I call it, memberships. For example, a premium gym membership in your city, a premium club membership in your city, a premium any kind of business memberships, or those kind of things. These are the places where you actually get to meet all the higher end people. Your job is simply to just build friendships there. Your job is to not pitch your projects unless they ask you to meet otherwise. Pitch yourself, don't pitch yourself, make friends with them. Just create your own circle. That's it. If you can help somebody out, go ahead, help them out. If you can't help them out, just stay in touch, wishing them for something, and staying in touch with them through their status, WhatsApp status, through their Instagram and stuff, and just be in touch with them. This is the idea of creating a circle, guys. That's the exact idea of creating a circle where you are just creating contacts. That's about it. If let's say you find somebody who needs your contacts help, then go ahead, give them the number and let them have the business opportunity. That is exactly how you get business opportunities back in your life. Yeah, it's always ek hath le ek hath de kind of situation like this. I'm helping you out, you help me out. So that is something that you do. And what, if I were in your shoes, honestly, what I would do is at this particular point of time, I would meet at least 3 to 5 people every single week and just catch up with them. I would just catch up with them on over a cup of coffee, or if you like beer, then over, a glass of beer, and just talk about work, talk about life, and that's it. That's it. That's what I would do, and I would do this for at least a couple of months. Right now, it might feel like, yare, itna, it's so expensive and it's so much work. It is so much work, but it actually, the domino effect of it is such that it actually gets you a lot of business in. And suddenly the influx is so beautiful that you don't know how come suddenly you're getting that much amount of business. But it's not luck, it's not fluke, it's actually a strategic way to spread the word out there. The more you are out there, the more people know about you, the more easier it is to be in front of their eyes when they need an architect or interior designer. That's the entire game of service providers. Okay. The third thing would be you have to start posting on social media, guys. Matlab, even if you've done like one project, that's fine. Start posting about it on social media, start talking about it on social media, and that's that. You have to do that. Why? By the time you actually, build a really solid social media profile, it's going to take you like at least a couple of years to build a really solid social media profile. एंड इफ यू थिंक अबाउट इट लाइक दिस कि यार मेरे पास पहले 4-5 प्रोजेक्ट्स आ जाए फिर मैं स्टार्ट करूंगा, देन इट विल टेक यू another 2 years to build that social media profile. So why not start now? Whatever hypothetical projects you have, start posting about that. Whatever basic projects that you've done, start talking about that. If you're making any drawings, if you're making any 3ds, if you're still designing a project, start talking about that. Social media is the next best thing to converting clients. Offline is, of course, the first best thing. Word of mouth is, of course, a good thing. But social media is literally the next best thing. All your ideal clients are sitting out there. So, what we like to do is, ideally, we like to sit on our content for one day, shoot it the next day, and we are sorted with our entire months of content. 2 दिन में 1 महीने का content हम लोग निकालते हैं. That's how we do it. If you guys are still looking at how do we do it, you can go check out Upskill Architects. It's in my bio. It's tagged in my bio. You can go check out the first page, right? And after once you start getting a lot of decent traffic on social media, no, that is the time to actually start running ads. As architects, you can run ads. There is no rule against running ads, guys. Any architects out there who think that, no, in the COA manual it's very clear that you can run ads, you can do online promotions, it's right there, right? So running ads is something which is, how would I call it, it's like getting in front of your ideal customer, no fluff. That's it. You can start with somewhere around 100 rupees per day ki ads or 200 rupees per day ki ads, whatever works best for you, and then move your way forward. But it is also a really good way to attract clients. So ideally, if I were in your shoes, I would have a really good portfolio ready. I would have one good work portfolio ready, and I would have one good company profile ready. I would also create different portfolios for different project types. For example, one for residential, one for offices, one for restaurants and stuff, right? Then I would go out, socialize every single week. I would meet at least 3 to 5 people, build new network, build new friendships, and just be there. Any parties, any events are happening, I'm going there. I'm hosting something, I'm inviting them, and just build my circle like that. That's the whole idea of social circles, the same social circle that our parents are so intrigued by कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, ये वो लोग हैं जो क्या कहेंगे हमारी लाइफ में, right? I would do that. Parallelly, I would also join some memberships and clubs and stuff to build more and more and more network. I would also still stay in touch with the people that are already there. Plus, I would also start aggressively posting on social media if I don't have a lot of content to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about my knowledge. Maybe I'll talk about trends. Maybe I'll talk about things that are trending but should not trend. For example, concealed wash pieces. Bad idea. I would talk about it. For example, Dolce Gabbana patterns. Bad idea. I would talk about it. Here's why this should not be done. If I think that minimalism is not exactly the right thing for Indian homes, I would talk about it. So instead, if you don't have projects, fine, you can talk about these things also. The idea is to keep your audience warmed up and trying to reach out to as many people as possible. That's the entire idea of doing online presence. By the time you finish your work, you will have a new audience come to you. That work will get pushed out to the right kind of people in front of the right kind of clients who will eventually come to you. That's the entire idea of this. All right. And after I have had created a good social media audience, I would also try to run ad campaigns to see if I get some good clients out of that. That's that. So I'll tell you one thing. Every single person who is getting a lot of good clientele, right? They're still socializing. They still have a great relationship with the existing clients. They're also building a lot of relationships with the new clients. This entire business is built on relationships. If you're thinking you'll talk to your client in a professional way, no. You have to make friends with them. You have to befriend them. That's how it works, because you're going to be working with them for such a long time. They are going to be open with you about so many personal things, about how they want to poop, something so personal, right? Their doctor would probably not know how would they want to poop, but you would know that, है ना? So relationships is the only thing that drives this entire business. If you're good at communication, great. If you're not good at communication, start with your friends. Learn how to talk, learn how to strike conversation, and then make your way forward. So that was it for simple 5-step process to land clients as a fresher. If anybody has any questions about this, I would love to take it, as I'll have to close the call in. Technically, I have to close this session in a couple of minutes. Let me just check very quickly if there are any questions. Mm, 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 mm. No, no questions, just a lot of hearts. Okay, thank you so much for all the love. I got really late. I had a situation. I was going out. I had a tire puncture situation. It took me an hour to do all of that and get back. So yeah, I completely forgot how much time consuming these small, small, small things are. But okay, here we are. So yeah, that's that. And again, if you are a business owner, if you are looking at you know expanding your business, becoming profitable, learning how to convert clients, learning how to charge higher than what you're charging right now, learning how to land higher budget clients. My masterclass on the 22nd of June is absolutely wonderful. You not pitching any program, not selling any course. It's just a 3-hour masterclass where we are just talking about one specific thing. That's it. Okay, cool. So that's that. I hope you guys had some good inputs out of it, some good outputs out of it. If you have any suggestions about a certain topic, please DM me on my Instagram, on my YouTube, and I would love to talk about that. Cool. Bye bye, everyone. Have a great evening. It was lovely to meet you all, and